Hey, Lorenzo Salas here with the 1 Minute Ministry. I want to talk about something. Hey, do you remember that song, War? I'll go ahead and sing it for you. It goes, War, good God, yeah, what is it good for? Absolute. I'm sorry, you know what, let me just get off of that. I'm getting off subject here. I know it's kind of cheesy. But here's another word I want to talk about. It's got 3 letters, and we're going to put it, instead of in the song war, we're going to put in this word. It's sin. Sin. Good God, what is it good for? Did you ever ask that question? Me personally, I know I've asked that question. I've asked God, if you're being all-powerful, all-sovereign, all-knowing, why when Adam was about to grab that fruit from Eve, or when Eve was about ready to get that fruit, why didn't you just smack it out of her hand? You know, smack her upside the head and let it drop, and that would have been it. Save all of mankind, save us all this heartache and pain, sickness, disease, poverty, everything you could think of. It would have been just completely done away with just you just smacking the fruit. Why didn't you do that? Did you ever ask that question? I know I have. And there's not a real sufficient answer. We don't really know. But I believe that God gave me a revelation of this, and I want to share this with you. See, here's the problem. Adam and Eve were living in a perfect state. They had perfect bodies, perfect health, perfect wealth, if you can say that. You know, if the Bible talks about gold being in certain rivers, and they had all the animals at their disposal. They had anything they wanted, they had it. Okay, they had trees of fruits, and they could eat from the tree of life. And on top of all that, they could talk to the living God. The Bible says that God walked among them in the garden. Now, to me, that's about as perfect as you can get. There's nothing better than that. You have everything provided for, not a need, not a worry, not a fear, anything. And yet, man still fell. And this is what God began to show me. He said, here's the problem, Lorenzo. Man had God around him. He walked among him. But God wasn't in man. He wasn't in man. Now that's pretty interesting. Here God walks around us. We have everything in perfection, but yet, because man is not with God is not in man, we're still there's still something wrong. We're still not complete and perfect. And this is what God said. He said, the reason why I did that is so that man may know that without me inside of them, there's no hope. Even in complete perfection. Eventually, at some point, Adam would have grabbed the fruit. Eve would have done it. Because our minds, our bodies, this flesh has a tendency to rebel against God, even in complete perfection. Now, isn't that interesting? But here's the good news. We are the only creatures of God that God has said, I will not only dwell among them, but I will dwell in them. Like, that's a powerful thing. That should make you jump up for joy and be excited, knowing that God is in us and that He's chosen man to do that. So here's what I want you to leave with. Next time you think about how come you're not good enough, or whatever the issues are in your life, I want you to think about this. You have the living God dwelling inside of you. God knew that you were fell from before you even knew that you were going to fall. God knew every sin. He thought about it. He's already made provision for it. And God's saying, if you invite me in today, I'm going to save you, because it's me that does the work, not you. All right, that's my minute ministry.